Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Wrenched and Rowdy. We are working on the 1989 foxbody Mustang with the 351 Windsor in it. Our goal is to pull the motor out, get it on the motor stand, flip it over, pull the oil pan off, slide out the two-piece rear main seal, replace it, and then hopefully throw it all back in together. Get the thing fired up, and as soon as she's warm outside, you can tell it's cold because I look like Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, because I was standing in the cold, freezing. So once it's warm and I don't look like this thing right here is going to be ready to rock and roll. Stay tuned, follow along, let's go. This ugly looking alternator has to come off, and this shiny power steering pump will come off, and possibly those two pulleys, I'm not sure yet. And then loosen the engine mounts. I think there's a ground strap that has to come off, and then I think we're ready to pull it out. So, that and that, there they are. Both gone. Alternator is nestled down there. Power steering pump is nestled down there. We're getting close. I got the engine crane chained to this plate. That way it doesn't want to tip back when I pull the engine mounts off. So I'm going to pull the two engine mounts off, and then I'm going to slowly lift this motor up a little bit and then pull any other wires that are still attached. And then I'm hoping I can pull it right out. I probably will have to pull the hood off, but I'm going to leave it there as long as I can. Alright, the motor is in the air. You can see it's free hanging here. That one header that I have on wants to hit the bottom of the car, but I'm hoping I can kind of wiggle it out of here. And there's that one ground strap that's still on, so I'm going to pop that off, and then we're going to keep lifting and twisting, kind of like you should do with your back when you lift something heavy. Lift and twist. Alright, so I'm going to keep lifting. I have to get the oil pan to clear while protecting the header at the same time. Oh, this thing sounds like church mouse. Look at this unit. All right, let's keep going. Hold it, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a small block Ford 351 Windsor. Some people laugh at these, but it's got potential. Oh yeah. Well, this is me wishing I would have swept the floor. Removing this over the dirt is not awesome, but no kidding. Look at this. I'm missing this header bolt. Fire it up! Here's Young Buck's impression seeing the motor out for the first time.
Dude, it's awesome.
That was good, thank you. Back to reality. While I have your attention here, These are brand new BBK long tube 351 Windsor foxbody swap headers, but it was so tight to the steering shaft that I had to pound the living tar out of this with a hammer. I heated it up and then I just fed it the left, right, and it just so clears now. We're gonna pull this header off now and then get this thing on an engine stand. This is a good moment right here. Motor is out. It's looking all pretty and stuff. All feels right with the world. Got the motor out, the header's still on, but there is something that could make this moment a little bit better. Hold on. Woo! I just gotta pop this header off. Once the header is off, then I'll get the motor on the engine stand, and then we can drain the oil and get ready to flip it over. There is the driver's side header. Yeah, it looked like it had a pretty bad exhaust leak there. So I'm going to have to do something different. This engine stand, pretty straightforward. I'm going to bolt this piece to the motor, and then that thing will just go right in there, and that's what holds the motor. Slide this guy on like that. I just have to go find a pin to put in the top, and then I can unhook the hoist. I got the motor on the stand. It's all bolted up. But one thing I haven't done yet is drain the oil. So I'm just going to pop this bolt and this one out and drain the oil. And then that way we can flip it upside down and pull the oil pan off. She black. Looks like it was time for an oil change. I couldn't find anything to drain the oil into the front. I need another oil pan. So I went and got an actual oil pan. And I'm just gonna drain the oil right into that thing. That's the oil pan that was on this motor when I got it. Alright, I was going to flip this motor upside down tonight, but I've changed my mind. I want to let this oil drain overnight so that as much oil as possible is out of the oil pan before I flip it upside down. So I think this is where this video is going to end. We got the motor out. Thanks for following along. And next week, we'll pull the oil pan off, see what needs to be fixed, get our parts ordered so that we can start assembling, which is the fun part, because that means we are getting closer to firing this thing up and cruising down some summer roads. We'll see you next time.